Today in Alberta, Canada. We're at a family's home and we're gonna see what's going on. We're very concerned about this area. There's a lot of electrical um, equipment around the community, and we have this mega tower right here. If you could zoom into that. There is 5G on the bottom boom of that tower. We're looking at over 20 antennas in this residential area. And we have a school in direct line of travel right there, which is quite unbelievable. We think the 5G antennas up there, we're gonna go up closer after we're done at the house to give you a close look at this tower. But this is indicative of what's happening in Canada throughout the world. The regulations for EMF radiation are completely rigged in terms of the telecommunication industry, which is allowing unbelievable stuff like this to occur. Like, this tower should have never been erected in this community. It's emitting a lot of EMF radiation. We're about 1 kilometer from it. This family has 3 young kids, and they're rightly to be concerned. Kids are one of the most vulnerable groups to be impacted from EMF radiation. Russia, France, Belgium, a number of other countries have taken steps to make sure their children are protected. We got to do the same in Canada, but this is outrageous. We're going to do readings throughout the house, so they know what's going on and you know what's going on in your home. So we're about 1 kilometer away. And we're in probably the mid-lower extreme levels. It's not bad. It's still unacceptable. About 3 times where it should be at the safe limit of 0.5 volts per meter. 3 times that. Extreme concern starts at 0.69, and that's just according to the Building Biology and Bio Initiative. And we're peaking out at 3.95 on this porch outside of this family home. So this is a concern to this family. It should be a concern to all the residents here. But if we go to certain areas in this community, maybe a little bit closer, this thing is going to be maxing out, and we're going to do that afterwards. We're going to go closer to that school, the front of it. We think it'll be maxing out. We don't want it to, but and we're looking at around 1500. It's maxing out around 1500 microwatts per meter squared, and that's over the limit too. It should be around 1,000 in public areas. So that's a concern right there. We're already over that limit, and we're about 1 kilometer away from that tower. Imagine about 750 meters, 500 meters. They'll probably be maxing out. So all those houses over there are going to be maxing out. But we're going to get more information on that today. Let's go inside and see what's going on here. Look at that. Outrageous. So there is Wi-Fi in this house?
Yes.
We're going to do a test on the Wi-Fi, and then we're going to do a separate video to show the impact of Wi-Fi. But look at this in here. We're going to restart that there. Keep it right there. So this is above where we want it to be, but it is a concern. It's not an extreme concern like in other places we've been.
Yep.
But what else are they going to add to that tower? Is the 5G activate? We believe it's working through 4G. So, you know, we're going to have to monitor the situation. So we can use these as base levels. The microwatts per square meter have dropped, so there's a shielding effect from the house. We're seeing that, so it's down into acceptable level, the thermal, but the peak signal is still high. It's peaking out at 1.48, 3 times where it should be.
That's right.
So that's extreme concern. These things are deadly. These microwaves, we've done things on them. And a lot of people don't realize is it's not just within the microwave that it actually leaks out.
That's right.
So I could be standing here and it'll peek out. Could we run this for about 20 seconds?
Water. Yeah.
I want to show this.
I don't think we've turned it on in 7 years.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
It's
our bread box.
Pardon me?
It's our bread box.
Okay.
We don't use it.
Are you okay if we did showed it or just once?
As long as we're somewhere else.
Sure. Okay. We're gonna just show people.
You want me to
I personally have never really used a microwave. I don't trust them. And,
yeah.
And
just put a cup of water in there if you don't mind.
A cup of water would be good.
Yeah.
A cup of water.
Would this work? This cup?
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough. Okay, we'll put that in. And what do you do for you?
Just put 30
here?
30 seconds.
Okay, just before we start, I want people to know where we're at. Just don't get too close. This is where we're at. I want to show you what happens when we turn this thing on. Look at that, everyone. Look at it. Look at it. It's outrageous. I'm just going to back up to show how far this thing goes. If you back up a bit, look at that. Look at that. That's outrageous. So this whole public area, family area, look, when this thing's on, you're getting radiated to the max.
Wow.
You know, it's outrageous. So we're done with that.
Let alone what it's doing to the food.
Exactly. This is all safe here. It's still, the peak signal's still up there, probably from the tower.
Yep. So we have a digital box here in the corner.
Yeah, I think that's where we're getting the...
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And then we have a router behind here.
See that right here?
Yep.
What's that digital box?
It's a TELUS wireless cable box.
For what?
TV. That one's primarily television.
Yeah, you don't want your kids sitting right here.
Yeah.
Ideally. I'm not happy with that unit there.
Yeah.
You got to put shielding around it.
Okay.
Right now, and I'll give you some solutions before we leave.
So up here behind this wall we have a router. So I wonder if that's...
Yeah, look at this, everyone.
Yeah.
The wireless router is up here.
One of two.
You see that?
On the other side of the wall.
This is dangerous here. Yeah. In terms of peak signal, notice that the thermal effect is quite low.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the peak signal, and that's where you're getting the non-thermal biological effect. So this is a concern right here for your kids and yourself,
yep,
and your wife. I'll just go over here. Yeah, we can try some shielding of that and see
Yeah.
if that helps.
Mm-hmm. We can go in the office if you want,
Sure.
where one router is.
Yeah.
So it's up and behind here.
Right there is pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, what's going on here? Is this just the computer?
Yeah.
Oh, I see the router.
Yeah. It's got directional antennas, so
Yeah, yeah.
that's probably.
Yeah, that's gonna have to be shielded. Look here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Again, the thermal's low. You're not getting burned, but you're getting the non-thermal biological effect on that router. So that needs to be shielded if you're going to use it.
Yeah. Well, it's hardwired, so it's hardwired network, but we can turn off the router portion so it's not wireless anymore.
Okay.
So all routers have that function, I believe.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty extreme in here.
Yeah.
Again, we're looking at the peak signal to the volts per meter. This is not a safe environment. I can feel it myself now. I feel a bit of the stress around me from the radiation.
Okay.
It doesn't feel to be a healthy environment, and the numbers are indicating that.
Okay.
I'm getting a bit of tightness.
Yeah.
The respiratory, I'm feeling a bit of respiratory right now.
Okay. So can we turn that unit off right now?
Yes, please do.
And because I know the neighbor as well. So I know the neighbor beside us as well has a router fairly close proximity.
It's dropped quite a bit. It's still in the concerned area because it's going up to 1.63. But maybe it's something you could live with. You could put some shielding.
Yeah.
But it's not nearly as bad as that.
Yeah.
Is it possible to turn one of these on to see
Sure.
what kind of effect we're getting?
Yep. Oh, I'll have to turn it back on here.
Okay.
Do you want the router off?
Let's just keep them on for now. It's just not a healthy environment. You see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And over years of working in here, you're going to put your health at risk. And you may have short-term effects. You could have headaches, dizziness, tightness in the chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a concern. Obviously, the Wi-Fi there.
Can we just unplug the router and
Yes,
have the
please.
computer running?
Please, sir. Yeah, it's dropped down to an acceptable level. Look at that. It's something, you know, it's cost benefit, right? So at least it's dropped. It's still a concern. So You know, I have a similar situation in my home, and I use my computer when I need to use it, and when I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're getting a bit of effect from your neighbor there, from the Wi-Fi.
How do you tell the difference? Whether it's internal?
I can just tell the pulsations,
Okay.
and that must be the Wi-Fi, unless there's a smart meter out there.
No, it'd be that way.
Okay.
And we have a shield on it, actually.
It's still, I wouldn't be too concerned about it, because there is a shielding effect because of the wall and their wall and everything. So I don't think it's, you know, there may be more concerns in the house before you would deal with something like that.
Right.
But that Wi-Fi there obviously is a concern. It's got to be shielded if you're going to use it. What's something's going on in here?
There's a second router down below.
How far down?
Down the stairs.
Okay, let's go down there quick. Watch out for that printer. If it has built-in Wi-Fi,
Yes.
then that's a problem. The way you deal with that, shut it off when you're finished using it.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's right, yeah. So the router is in behind the wall to your right here, in this mechanical room.
Yeah, it's high down here. We're in the mid, getting into the mid extreme. Yeah, I see the router there. It's starting to max out. You can see that on the meter.
Yeah.
And the Wi-Fi is right there. How come you have so many Wi-Fis?
It's the way we had to connect it to get the televisions to work.
Oh, I see.
So this is the main router, and the second is a booster for the second floor. Based on pushback from our
Yeah, I
teenage
keep
son.
your kids out of this room. The good thing about those routers, the one good thing is that they dissipate over distance.
That's right.
So it's dropped significantly, but we're still getting the pulsations, the pulsating effect of the router.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? So that's a bit of a concern, because pulsation is tied to the biological effects, right? Even though it's reduced, the distance is not mitigating the pulsations.
That's right.
And some of your kids sleep down here?
Not
No.
currently, no.
Okay, good. This is a safe zone right here, believe it or not. This is in the health, the readings we're getting. This is a very safe zone,
Okay.
this room. This room is safe, but as you get closer to the router there,
Yeah.
you're getting the pulsations. So I think maybe some shielding would help
Yep.
mitigate that a bit more. It wouldn't, I can give you a couple of solutions.
Absolutely.
Okay, that may help with that. Let's go upstairs. We're just going to go up to the next. We'll start over here. We'll work that way. So this is one of the child's bedrooms. And it's a safe zone, thank goodness, for this young child.
That's good.
Just if they bring in, they have an iPad or something and they bring it in, it's going to change the dynamics.
That's right, yeah.
What's this?
So this is the bonus room.
Does he have any components? Watch out for that printer again.
Yeah.
There's something going on here.
So that's a laptop.
Is it on?
I don't think so.
There's something going on in here. It's elevated a bit.
So is it okay? You can walk in there if that's okay. If you're okay. So I think one thing we're getting Wi-Fi from the neighbor across the street.
Okay.
And there's a lot of glass here, so we're facing a lot of the neighbors.
That must be it then.
So I know the house across the street, their Wi-Fi is right in that front room.
Yeah, you see it's elevating a bit.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a it's not outrageous, but it's still above where you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the readings. I don't think it's a serious concern.
Okay, good.
Because on average it's about 0.4. So that's below the adverse health effects. Okay? Watch out for that printer though.
Good.
This is a safe zone too. That's safe. So it's a bit elevated here because of that big tower.
That's right.
We've gone up to 1.48.
Yeah.
And you get a little bit residual from the TV, but it's
That's
pretty
right.
minor.
That's right.
I just want to go over here. Yeah, that tower, that's where you're having the impact.
That's right.
So it's taking you up at the cusp with adverse health effects. It's still not a crazy concern. We've been in homes where it's at 6, right? And you saw the microwave, what was happening when that was on.
That's right.
Yeah. But that's the residual effect of that tower. You see how it's entering your home
Exactly.
and having an impact.
That is a concern.
Yeah.
We were more concerned about the neighboring bedroom because it's got the double corner exposure.
Yeah, look at that, eh? So they're fairly consistent in both rooms.
Yep.
We're going up to 1.59. So that's 3 times where it should be. And we're getting the pulsations from the tower, right? So you see the impact of these towers around the residential areas. You see that there?
Yeah, that's right.
That's a concern, and that's why these towers should not be in residential areas. I think that covers the house.
Yes.
So, please share the message today. This is only one family home that's probably 1 kilometer from the big tower, and you get an idea of what they're dealing with. There's some issues in the home, and we're going to help them today try to address them, at least mitigate the harm to their family. But we got to stop these towers going into residential areas. That's job number 1. And just imagine when they add the small cell antennas, or they have these satellites beaming down, right?
Yep.
And then the Wi-Fi is bad. You can't have that in schools, right?
That's right, yeah.
So all these issues are important. But now you're empowered. We tested your meter with ours, so we saw that there was a correlation there. So you know your meter is working. Do you have any questions?
Not right now.
Are you upset by the findings, or?
I think I pretty much knew that it wasn't good. I could feel things, especially when I'm sitting down in the dining room there. Sometimes you don't know if it's psychological or if it's actually something that, is good, because you know it's bad, right? But when I'm sitting there, it's like I feel you almost feel like your body is like pulsating, like it's not happy. Yeah. So, and then sometimes like the headaches and
Hey, buddy.
dizziness.
We're gonna keep you safe.
Yeah. So.
Yeah,
Oh, it's good.
we knew it was issues, and we were getting readings with our meter, so it's good to have that confirmation. Yeah.
And we got this, it's documented in video now, so you can review the video and go through it.
Yeah,
And see all
excellent.
the findings. Okay,
Excellent.
Thank you.